Hello, everybody. Blessings to you wherever you are in this beautiful world of ours. I pray that you and yours are doing well and healthy and are working on staying in your own space. So today I'd like to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about what is this space that we are in. Some are experiencing it, some have already experienced it, and some will yet experience it. And that is mainly that of being purely and absolutely exhausted, not wanting to do anything. And if those that have moved through that might find themselves on the other side of really learning how to be in the moment of now. Hi, my name is Wendy Morgan, and I'm your spiritual mentor, and I am here to help you figure out what you can do, what some applicable things that you can do to understand what is going on in the world, more so with what's going on within. What is within is also without. What is above is also what is below. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about the latest energy. So most of you who do know me and follow me, you've noticed I've not been on here doing many videos recently. It's because I was hit with this really hard to an extent. To be all truth and fair, I had my middle daughter come visit me. We haven't seen each other in 5 years, and that was a very much blessed a visit. It was so good to see one another. And then right after that is when I got hit with it's time to be quiet and it's time to step out of everybody's energy. So I stepped back on Facebook this past week, and I noticed that a lot of people are kind of experiencing the same thing, which is, why am I so tired? I mean, I can't get out of this. I'm doing all the right things. What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? I don't like my job. I don't want to go into my job. I don't have any motivation to be at my job. What's some other things? Yeah, just being so exhausted, you don't even want to leave. You don't want to text anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody. You just want to be an absolute hermit. And I'm saying to you, if you have time or the availability to literally take that time off for you. The more you actually disconnect from life, the faster you will move through this. So what is this all about? This is really about cutting the ties and the cords with the external environment. Within all of our society, we have been programmed that whatever is outside us, whether it be our peers, our family members, our parents, our friends, the news, the media, the social media, etc., including advertisements, tells us how we are supposed to feel, think, do, perform, what's expected of us. And we need to disconnect this like really, really bad. Like, imagine taking a huge pair of scissors and cutting that cord. It is time to back away from all the programming and get in touch with what you were born with. Yourself. Yourself is the truth, is the only truth that really is within you and about you. Now, for a lot of people, that is really easier said than done, right? Because we've been programmed so much to make the other person number one, to make the, work for the other person, to make everything before us. But the only time we get any downtime is all of a sudden when we get sick. I remember seriously 20 years ago, just begging the universe to allow me just to be sick so I can have an excuse to have some downtime. That's really sad, because we should always be putting ourselves first and taking care of us first. Now, it's really interesting because I know I'm going to hear a lot of people say, but that's a selfish standpoint. Is it though? Is it though? That is a program right there. That is what has been programmed through our parents. It's been programmed through the organizations that are out there within our world, that it is selfish to take care of you first. But the thing is, let's go ahead and look at this at a very logical standpoint. If you are not up and running and raring to go and healthy, how are you to go and help anyone? You cannot be sick enough to heal the sick, and you cannot be poor enough to heal the poor. You have to be in that state of power. And I don't mean like financial power. By no means. I mean holding your spiritual energetic power within you. And when you have that power, now you gain and have the knowledge as to how you can help the poor, as to how you can help the sick, because you're inspired with the ideas. Number two, the person that says to you, how dare you be so darn selfish? You need to do this and this and this for me. Well, let's stand back and really look at what that was just said. That was very selfish of that person to say, you need to take care of me. That whole mentality is a self-centered mentality. And when somebody says that to you, it is because they want you to take care of them, because they don't want to take care of their own needs. They want you to take care of their own needs. And that person needs to learn to ante up and to become responsible for their own actions and to basically take care of themselves and learn those tools and tasks. So moving back to taking care of you. So what does that mean this day and time and age? How can we go through this and take care of us? Again, clip that cord with everything. I mean, if you're listening to this, great, then just shut everything down this time after until you're able to, like, I know I'm lifting my head up above the clouds again and I'm good and I'm okay and I can come back into the world. But clip the cord with TV, including programs. Just put on nice music. There's on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of Hertz music, HZ music. Put on some beautiful music. Just sit there and just listen to it. Read a book if you want to. If you don't, maybe play solitaire. Just look out the window and watch the leaves flicker in the wind or the snowflakes fall to the ground. Whatever it may be, just practice being with you internally. Don't let anything else tell you who you are. We're so used to being told, right? What to do, how to behave, because that's a dutiful society. We have so much forgotten what it means to have our own thought system, our own beliefs. We have forgotten what it has to have our own discernment. And that discernment is very, very powerful. And you have to remember what is good for you is not necessarily good for me. And we need to learn to honor that in ourselves so we can honor that in another person. What if tomorrow somebody said you should be illegal, that not everybody, everybody should be eating Brussels sprouts. They're really healthy for you and everybody needs to be eating it. Holy cow, guys. I can't stand Brussels sprouts. You put in my mouth, I am going to Ralph. No one should be able to impose their wants, their desires, their wishes upon you just because they believe and stand firmly that what they're thinking is truthful for them. And where is that truth really coming from? Is it coming from another source saying that this is truth, or have they gone internally and found their own discernment? Because when you come from your personal own discernment of your own personal truth, then you don't have any desire to push that truth upon that of the other. You're like, it's okay if I eat Brussels sprouts. It's okay if you don't eat Brussels sprouts. So find that. So we are asking by Spirit to cut these cords of having this chatter going off in our ears of telling us how to think and how to feel and how to behave. We need to get connected with Spirit. We need to get connected with our true self so we can learn our own discernment. So again, how do we do this? How do I feel better in this state and time? Honestly, for everybody, it's a little different. There are 7 billion lives on this planet, and there are 7 billion ways to ascend. There are 7 billion truths or 7 billion beliefs or more, right? And so for each and every one of us, it's a little different. But here's some things that kind of helped me. So number one, as we already said, cut the cord with all TV, all of it. If you want to listen to music, great, listen to music. If you need to, close the windows, close the door, shut off the phone, tell your boss, hey, I'm taking a week sick leave. I'm just not doing good. I'm out of here. Or just, hey, honey, can you take the kids? I just need them out of my hair foil and I'm just going to stay in my room until I need to come out. Whatever it is you need to do, if it means, I just need to take off and I need to go camping all by myself, or I just need to go a walk in the park, or I just need to go down to the beach, or I just need to go lay down in the snow and make a snow angel. And you just sit there, I can just imagine myself snowing, right? And flopping myself down in the nice soft snow and just feeling the snowflakes hitting my face, cold, and there's no noise. It's just silent, and it's just beautiful. And sinking my energy into the earth. Just letting go. God, how beautiful does that feel? So beautiful. And so that brings us to our second one, which is grounding. What is grounding? Grounding, guys, is connecting ourselves to the planet. Standing on the planet does not make you grounded. So here we have the earth, here we have our body, and here we have our soul. Like, sure, our soul is huge, but we're just going to say, for argument's sake, our soul right here, right? And generally our body is encapsulated by our soul, right? And our soul is also in through the planet. And that is ideal. But due to the fact that a lot of us are so, what the heck is going on in the world, right? Things are changing so often. What we thought was real is not real. We thought was truth is not truth. We're realizing we're definitely been hoodwinked on so many different levels. Why? Because you're out here, guys. You're out here. You need to pull your energy in. That's going to be number 3. So let's get back to grounding. So when, however, we feel all this strife and stress, our energy actually goes up and out of our body, and we mainly kind of just residing in our head or above. And when we're just in our head and above, our body is not getting the nourishment, it's not getting the replenishment. And that's kind of like why we're so exhausted. Yes, of course, you should always do the things that I've spouted for in the past, which is get plenty of sun, get out and have fresh air, move your body, go out into nature, drink plenty of water, eat live food. I'm talking about live vegetables and live fruit, or more vegetables and more fruit on your plate than anything else. So unless you're a diabetic, of course, keep those fruits down. But those things, yes, you always want to keep those going. Get plenty of sleep. That is a must. If you're not getting sleep, guys, please comment below. Comment with me. Let me give you some great ideas of how you can help yourself sleep better. Anyways, let's move on. So grounding. Is really where you take your intention and you push it down. So I'm going to do a real quick thing here, and then I'm going to make a video of a whole entire meditation of grounding and pulling energy back up into your body and reconnecting to your center, filling up those energy centers in your body, and really fortifying yourself with some good, nice nurturing to your body, where your body's actually being fulfilled and healed. Okay. So generally, I want you to kind of just take it for a couple seconds here, guys. It's only going to take a few minutes. Take a deep breath. And take another one. Good. Take one more. Now with this next breath, I want you to just feel your whole body on your next deep inhalation. I want you to feel where you might feel pain, stress, tension, grief, whatever energy built up, tightness. I want you to focus on that as you breathe in, and as you exhale, imagine pushing it out of your body and into the ground. Ready? Inhale. Focus on all that. Push it out of your body. We're going to do that 2 more times. Focus on any pain, irritation, aggravation, and literally just push it. See yourself pushing out your body down into the ground. 1 more. And push it down into the ground. Now it's in the ground. It's no longer yours. It's no longer in your body. It's out. It's gone. You cannot call it back. Okay? It's gone. Sorry. It might be your friend, but it's gone. Okay. Now we've kind of like cleared your space, right? Now I'm going to say something and you can follow my words. And say your name. I, of sovereign being, I command, ask, and pray that my space, my cellular bodies, my environment be purified. I command that the only energy that's allowed to remain with me and in my space is that of sacred white light, unconditional love, and energy with the highest intention for myself and all others concerned. And for those of you that work with angels or guides, you ask them, please take this energy, lift it up into the center of creation, And please transmutate that into unconditional love and light. Thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. Or amen. Now we're going to go into the grounding process. So really kind of close your eyes and just pay attention. Where does your consciousness lie? So basically, what does that mean? Where do you feel the most concentration of your personal energy is? So right here, right now, as I'm sitting with you, I have the most concentration around my head, and it goes down around to my heart. So it's kind of like a upside down teardrop. So no judgment what it looks like, where it's at, none of the above. If you're like, I don't feel any concentration at all, right? So just imagine grabbing above your head with your hands, right? Reach up and grab it above your head. And as you exhale, you're going to push that energy down. Now, as I push that energy down, your energy is still going to remain up there with your, like, for instance, if it's in my head, I'm going to pull it down. The energy is still going to remain in my head, but I'm stretching it. And that's the same thing you're going to be doing, stretching it. So exhale, and I want you to pull that energy down your body. Let's just stop right down at your abdomen, just below your belly button, and hold it there. And take a couple deep breaths. Just feel, wow, that feels a little different, doesn't it? Okay. Now I want you to take a deep breath. We're going to pull it down to your feet. You should feel a little heavier, like the gravity just increased a few notches underneath you. There you are. You're in your body. This is how it's supposed to feel when your soul, your spirit, your energy is focused on your body and all its cells. It's now getting some nourishment from spiritual energy. But we're going to go farther. On your next inhalation, think about pushing that energy down 500 miles into the ground. If you can't imagine, if you're like, oh my gosh, it's just too much of a distance for me to even imagine, again, call in your guides, call in your angels, call in whomever you may pray to, whomever you may meditate with, to push that energy down to that level. Right? Okay. Take a deep breath. Push it down another 500,000. And now I'm going to have you push it down. And you know, our planet has a core. Now, for those of you that follow the dimensional shifts that have been going on lately, and you're on that path, then I want you to focus on connecting with the 5-dimensional Earth. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Just go to the core of the planet. Your body and your being is going to go where it needs to go, okay? So with this next breath, I'm going to have you push your energy all the way down till it goes around the core. So ready? Good. Do it again until you're completely, your energy's all around the outside part of that core. Okay? Keep going. Around the whole entire core. One more. Around the whole entire core. Good job. Now, the inside of, the core of planet Earth is now on the inside of you. Can you see that? Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pull that energy up through the center of that cylinder that you just pushed down to Earth. Now, you're going to keep your energy down there, but we're going to pull that energy up through the cylinder. So with your inhale in, you're going to pull the energy up. Again. Further. Again. Further. And this time now come into your feet. Good. Now we're going to have it go into the center part of your being and your body, which is where your energy centers are. They're called your chakras. You don't know about it, don't worry, just trust that it's happening. So pull it into all your chakras, all the way to the crown of your head. Okay. Good. Pull it up again into your chakras, into the crown of your head. Now this time I want you to imagine the energy shining out through your chakras. Now, each one of your chakras governs over certain organs, which governs over certain systems in your body. So see that spreading out through those organs. And again, if you don't know, don't worry about it. Just see it just spreading outward throughout your body, throughout your systems, throughout your cells, throughout your muscles, your bones, your tissue, your skin. Take another deep breath. So right now, Your cells are being lit up with more energy than they were 5 minutes ago when we started this. It's a quick, simple, easy process where I'm going to make it more into a meditative process when I make that video later. But you can feel now, wow, my whole body feels a little more whole, right? You feel a little more okay and supported and substantial. It doesn't feel like you're like, as I say, you don't feel like too little butter spread on too much toast. You don't feel like you're being spread so thin. You're there, right? You're very much better there, right? Practice this daily. So cut TV, radio, all of it. Take time off. Ground yourself 2 or more times a day. And just sit with that energy. See it infiltrating your cells and just fortifying and nurturing and giving your body nourishment. Because that's what your body needs, is energy from the planet. And there's parts of then of course our body gets energy and life from our soul. So it needs that too, but it needs both. And our soul's energy is also within the planet. So it's kind of like one indicative, but it takes our conscious thought to connect and to make that union. Okay. Thirdly, got what I say earlier was thirdly. Dang it, I should have took notes. See, brain doesn't go very well there. Thirdly is I don't know what I said earlier. Thirdly, I kind of lost my train of thought, so I apologize. So also we're going to kind of like address people who've been having a lot of bad dreams or just feeling like, something negative is following them around at all times. You are a sovereign being. You have so much power, so much light. And the only thing anything is ever, if something is, let's say, thwarting you, haunting you, stalking you, that's negative energy, it's for 2 reasons, 1 or 3 reasons. One main reason is because you've given it permission on some level. You are that powerful of a being that's on the energetic level or soul level. You gave that energy permission to come into your world and to give you the experience that you're to have. And some people go, now, this is a big taboo topic these days. People don't like to feel negative. People don't like to feel if it's anything other than just feeling great. And the thing is, I'm sorry guys, but you cannot deny this physical body certain emotions. This physical body is made up of a variety of a full spectrum amount of emotions, and you are meant to experience all of them. Some feel great, some don't feel so great, but you're to learn how to traverse through those not so great feelings and take responsibility for them versus pointing the finger at somebody else for causing those feelings. You have to take responsibility of your part and how you partook in experiencing those feelings, because in doing that, you are empowering you. By blaming someone else for how you're feeling, you are giving them your power. You are de-empowering yourself. And the more you de-empower yourself, the less energy that's here. And the physical body only has a certain amount of energy, and eventually it gets depleted, especially when your skylight is not open to spirit. And that's when people get sick. So learn how to stop yourself when you're upset, when you're angry, when you are feeling victimized of any sort. Stop, breathe, sit back and go, okay, whoa, I know I don't especially if you're too emotional. I know I don't understand this now, but I'm going to write this down. I'm going to come back to it later when I'm not so emotional, and come back to it later when you're not so emotional. Okay. So I turned on the TV and I decided to watch such and such program. And when so-and-so said that, it really made me really upset. Okay. 1, I need to take responsibility. I turned on the TV. I chose to turn on that program. I chose to continue to watch that person even though I was not feeling good. Right there is 3 choices that you just took responsibility for, and you're pulling your energy back, right? Thirdly, what did that person say? Okay, let's say hypothetically they were saying, I have no idea. Brussels sprouts are really good, right? Whatever. And you're like, oh my God, I hate Brussels sprouts. Because you might had a really bad experience with Brussels sprouts when you were little, that your mother forced you to eat them because you had to eat everything off your plate. And so Brussels sprouts were correlated to or associated with that of being forced, having no choice, um, to do something you didn't want to do, right? And so there's the core issue. There's the core programming that needs to be worked on, right? And until you work on it, it will always be there, ready for you to be triggered by. So taking responsibility for your own actions is really good, but that kind of got off topic and off source there, because my point being is you are a sovereign being and nothing has permission to do anything to you at all any given time unless you gave it permission on some level. So as you go inward and you create a better space, and this is what I work with people doing. So I work with anybody who wants for free. So you're welcome to give me a call. Let's make an appointment. But nevertheless, so getting into your center, learning how to ground, connecting with spirit, clearing out your programs, making a stronger container, invoking your higher self and soul's energy more so into the body so the body can raise in vibration, you'll notice that nothing negative comes your direction at all. And you start to look at life more like a witness, and you're very neutral with it. And that's called spiritual mastery. So my point being here is, if you're in the space where you are feeling attacked, where you're having a lot of nightmares, where all of a sudden out of the blue, you're like, I'm really sad. I'm extremely lonely. I feel like everybody's leaving me. I am feeling like a victim. I'm trying to think of some of the things that some people have said to me just recently. I'm feeling very desperate. I feel like I'm in survival mode, right? So those are caused by two things, right? One is because caused by a lot of things, I'm sorry. So if you're feeling that way, cut off the TV, ground yourself, fortify yourself with your higher self and higher being, and realize the truth. You are a sovereign being. Nothing has permission to come over you. So you can literally say 3 times, I, as a sovereign being, I command that no energy is allowed in my space at any given time unless it's that of sacred white light, unconditional love, and energy with the highest intention for me and all others concerned. I command this to be so on past, present, or future levels. So be it. It is done, it is done, it is done. Repeat that 3 times. That will clear your field in a heartbeat. What we said earlier will also clear your field in a heartbeat. But you have to stand in it with meaning, with belief, with like you're taking a flipping lightning bolt and you're shooting it down. You have to believe it. For instance, if I were on the side of a road and I were kind of squatting down, or just not even squatting, I was just standing on the side of the road very timidly, and I said, excuse me, can anybody stop? As cars are going by, excuse me, can someone stop? They're not going to stop. Even if I said, hey guys, can you please stop? They're not going to stop. But if I came in with authority, if I came in with confidence, if I came in with belief, and I said, hey, stop, they're going to stop, right? You too have to come in with authority for yourself. I'm here to tell you, you are worth it. You are loved. You are enough. You are a sovereign, powerful being. Yes, you are. And you can be here for yourself. So stand in your space, ground your space out. I am a sovereign being and nothing has permission to be here that doesn't bring me joy, love. It's here for unconditional love and light. Nothing is here that's vibrating at a lower at a 5.0. I command and ask in my guides to clear this energy in my space out now for myself and my family. I command this to be so now. I call in God, I call in Jesus, whatever you pray to. Call it in and do so. So establish your space. I am a sovereign being. Nothing. And you can also say, and especially in those times when we're fearful, I, as a sovereign being, I command you, do not have fear. You cannot use my fear against me. I command you, you cannot use my fear against me. I command you cannot use my fear against me. Right? So whatever is trying to create fear, whatever is trying to raise a fear flag, whatever is trying to get your attention that doesn't feel great, is because it's trying to get your energy. Whatever you focus on, your energy follows. So if all of a sudden I said, oh, a dark energy just came into my room, what do I do? Right there, I've focused on it so much, right, that it's gave my energy to, which made it powerful, and my energy just sunk. For those that can read energy, you could see that, right? So stop playing the victim. You are so powerful. Stand up in your power. See, and if I saw actually, I don't see dark beings or anything coming to my field anymore, other than when I'm really stupid. I'm still human. I bought this the other day. Do I have it on still? Yeah, I do. So I bought this the other day. It's not to say anything negative about it. It supposedly stops EMFs. And I didn't clean it. I didn't clear it. And man, did I have a nasty ass dream that night. Had some good old fight with some dark energy forces. But, you know, I was not afraid when I was in my dream state. I know I'm a sovereign being. I know I'm loved by God. I know I'm pure and absolute love. So are you. And I just kept looking at it and going, you have no power over me. You do not have permission to be here. This is not a place for you. You leave. Get out of here. And it kept getting bigger and bigger and stronger and really trying to be really pisser and bad. And I was just like, get the hell out of here. And with that, all of a sudden, I just gave it love. I just shined my heart and just gave love. And it went and went away. It was gone. So believe that you're in sovereign being. Another one is creating a Taurus over your particular household dwelling, wherever you lie, where you are, or one that actually follows you. You actually have a Taurus over you anyway. You can program your own Taurus. If you want to know more information about that, let me know below. I made a video about it last summer, I think it was, so I can easily just share that with you. I should make another one because it's kind of like changed a little bit. It's just gotten a little bit where it governs everything now, so not so much specific. But anyways, so I really didn't know what to talk about when I came here today. I just felt really bad because I haven't been here in such a long time. And the reason being because I've been going through it. I had to be quiet. I had to stay out of everybody's field. I mean, I literally shut off TV. I stopped watching programs. I just listened to Hertz music. I wasn't even getting outside because that wasn't what was nurturing me. What was just nurturing me was just sitting still and being a hermit in truth. And when I came out on the other side, some beautiful energy, folks, just enveloped me like a beautiful warm hug from God. It was so beautiful. It felt like a pink salmon energy, the very light colored. And I found myself just kind of staring outside and just watching the birds and the leaves flicker in the sunlight. And I could have sat there seriously for hours on end. And that's been happening for the last couple days. And it was only when my own judgment kind of snapped me out and go, you're not doing anything. What are you doing? You got to get productivity. Come on, do. And it's like, that's the stuff we need to throw in the trash, because where we're going, we are not in a doing society. We are in a being society. And with the being, we manifest. It's going to be a lot easier and a lot more fun, but we've got to let go of the old habits of doing. But anyways, as I sat more with that energy, guys, I couldn't tell you, I'm most blissful. I just love being in God's energy. It's just so dang beautiful and fulfilling and nurturing, and you name it. In fact, time started slowing down for me. And for others that I talked to as well that's currently in this state. So I didn't go over everything I really wanted to go over. I'll try to make another video that kind of goes step by step without me talking so much. But I did want to come here and just say, hey, I see you. I hear you. I am thinking about you guys. When I don't come in here as often as I normally do, that usually means I'm going through it. If anytime you see me absent and you're like, holy crap, I'm going through it too, you're welcome to give me a buzz and say, hey, Wendy, this is what I'm feeling. Is this what you're doing right now? I'll be, I can easily go, yeah, I am. Sorry, I can't be as much assistance, but yeah, I am. I'm doing that right now. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope this helps. So yeah, just take care of you. This is a precedented time that we're living in. We are learning to remove the programs that are binding us, that are like chains that have programmed us thinking that we need the drama. You don't need the drama. Drama is just an addiction. But we've been trained through decades to desire the drama, and it's been shackles keeping our energy down. It's been shackles preventing you from being who God wants you to be. It's being you or preventing you from seeing the truth and having your own discernment. So unplug. I do want to go ahead and touch base a little bit with those people who are doing, working for somebody else and saying, I just don't have the motivation. I don't want to be here. I think I read one time somebody says, I'm surprised my boss has not fired me yet. Again, if you can take the time off, I understand money is really tight and we're lucky that we have, jobs for some of us. I totally get that. But this is a time, therefore, really start thinking about, if with the little time that you do have, if you can't take the time off, the little time that you do have, don't fill it with TV. Don't fill it with more program. Don't fill it with more of somebody else's stuff. Fill it with you. Fill it with you. Expand your space. Expand your desires. Expand your passions. Some people are so in survival mode, they have no idea what that is. Then you need to be nurtured. Ground. Take salt baths. Go for walks in nature on your time off. Meditate. Sleep. Listen to nice music and just sit there and stare off into space. You need to nurture yourself. Eat better food. Don't just eat food because you're starving. Oh my God, I'll eat whatever's in front of me. Choose and make a plan to what you're going to eat your next meal before you're starving. So you're eating healthier food that really fulfills your body, that nurtures your body, not just gives it empty calories. Your body no longer needs empty calories, guys. Your body actually needs nutrients. Most nutrients are found in vegetables and fruit and nuts, but vegetables is the primary one. So once you get to the point where you're finally nurtured and you can finally allow yourself to say, what if? What can I see myself doing that when I'm doing it, I am so full of joy. I'm so full of love. I've got goosebumps on my arm. What is that? What is that? So, okay, so let's see here. I want to be a truck driver. So imagine yourself being a truck driver. There's some benefits and there's some nice parts about it, but I don't really want to do that. Okay. I want to be a gardener or landscaper. That's an inside joke to somebody. So see yourself doing that. Well, it's enjoyable. You're dealing with life, working with life. You're also being creative as far as where things go, helping things look more beautiful. That feels good. But I don't know if I want to do that 24/7. I don't know. So that means that's not your joy, right? So let's say, and I'm going to use me for an example because it's easy. So I want to see myself making videos for people that bring people joy and love and feeling inspired and supported and helping them thrive. See this? That's when you find your passion. That's when you find your passion. Or you have so many goosebumps on your body, you're so excited that you want to do that. That is where you find your passion. And so make one step every day in learning more about how you can fulfill your own passion, and so that you can be in your purpose of why you're here on this planet. So you can get away from that job of working for somebody else and start working for yourself. If you step into that path of your passion and start fulfilling your purpose, there'll be so much energy and fulfillment from spirit motivating you, pushing you from behind, that you don't have to think about, oh my God, but how am I going to get out there and start making, I don't even know anything about making a video and cutting it and pasting it and putting all this beautiful music in the background. I seriously don't know that, but I'm going to learn, right? Because I love just thinking about and doing that. And this just looks like a lot of fun, right? And that's just one of my passions. And you might find that you have several yourself. But there's a start. So I think I gave you 4 different kind of steps or tools there. Please, those that made it this far, if you are in your passion, please comment below. Share with people how you found your passion, what your passion is, and how great it feels. Let's try to inspire everybody else to find theirs. I love you very much, guys. Thank you very much for stepping on. I really appreciate it. I hope to be here more often. Today, universe kicked me off my patootie and said, get up there and make a video. So here I am. And hopefully I will be making, I want to make that meditation video differently. And I know that's probably going to get in my way. So maybe I'll just kind of make it as is. This will all be posted on my Facebook page at Wendy Morgan 64 at Facebook, I think is what it is. And of course, you're here on my YouTube channel, The Spiritual Mentor. And I look forward to talking with you again. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.